Welcome back everybody once again to the channel, where today we are going to play through this game called Shapeshifting Detective. This is another story-based game by Wales Interactive and developed by Dav Aveki Studios Limited. I think I said that right. I don't know. Probably not. I probably butchered it. This seems like a very interesting game. I was looking at their website. It says there's like over 1,600 scenes or something like that throughout the entire game. Full HD. It seems like there may be some mature content in this game as well. So, yeah. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started.
You're listening to Radio August, Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Who are you, Sam? I don't know how we change.
Exactly.
Okay.
Rewind.
You're listening to Radio August, Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Okay. Delete.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Nah. Sure.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
I won't answer that one.
Understood?
Oh, okay. So now you want me
Splendid.
to answer that one?
If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
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 We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The
Aw.
8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
As long as it's... I'm not sure.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Ooh, visitors?
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
What about this
Yes,
murder?
the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
The chief?
Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Who are you? Let's just talk to her. Practicing
You
for
don't
the
believe?
future. Nah,
That's
not
okay.
really.
Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Pleased to meet
Pleased
you.
to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Will I win?
The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Last on the left?
We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
Huh, okay.
Was difficult, so I went freelance as soon as I could manage to earn enough to make ends meet. Then at least...
Go to my room. Let's go check out my room. See what we got here. Nice room so far. So far in this one, it does not seem like you actually see your character model. It's fine. Leave.
Tell myself the Slayer only takes those that the world is better off without.
Hail a cab.
I find a good spot. The entrance to a yard.
Visit the chief.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector Dupont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Am I not supposed to say I'm Sam? I guess.
No, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Why the tarot readers?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Crazy?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs? To be honest, I thought
Thingamajigs.
she'd probably been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Hmm.
Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people. But Only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Help me out?
Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork.
Problem?
Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
What was the problem that I have? Do you have an alibi for last night where it was Dorda killed? Tell me about Violet. What do we know? Alright, let's go, tell me about Dorda.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Where was she
Don't
killed?
read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th, at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner. We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
What can you tell me about Violet?
Board here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Nothing.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
Oh, she's taking pills. Let's see if we ask him this.
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
Well, I gotta cover all the bases here. So what do we
Not
know?
much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Oh, this guy's a wiener.
Fills
All
me
right,
as I
leave.
wait in the rain.
This is the guest house.
By the time the night bus arrives, the high has passed, leaving me drained and depressed. And as I think
Let's
about
talk to
I
Violet.
assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
I have. Did you know Dorda?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Dorda was a precious lamb?
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
It's very suspect that you would say that.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Oh. Slutty, you say?
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Okay, where do I find her boyfriend?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Chief DuPont said you're taking pills. What for?
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
She is very fidgety and very suspect. Clozapine is for schizophrenia,
I don't
isn't
know,
it?
Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Who are the other guests?
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
She doesn't like the tarot readers. Why do you want them to leave?
Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
Jeez. Hobos.
I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it?
A bit.
But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
Alright. That's all we can ask her. It's all we can
Dreams.
talk to her about.
And nightmares.
With
We
Pearl
can't
and
visit.
Monroe. So, we have Gabby.
Alright, let's visit her.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
No. I'm here for some questioning. I have some questions about the
Chief
murder.
DuPont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Oh, why should I convince
All
him?
I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death.
Except you predicted her
We
murder.
saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
Well, how did you predict the
We
murder?
saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Can you ask who the killer
Not
is?
these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Where were you last night at 9
In
p.m.?
my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff my wife reads.
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
You think Violet's
I
trashy?
said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Dreams about here, so it's your grocery shopping. So that in particular is a physical need for life.
We've already talked to
So
Violet. We've
what
talked
we're
to
also dealing with
Brown.
here is the loss of money.
Let's
What you'll
visit
often
Rain.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
Oh, hello. I'm
Pleased to meet
Sam.
you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
Do you know about Dorota?
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Oh. Who's the next victim? Do you have any connection with Dorota at all?
No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
No, we're not going to accuse this guy. I don't think he has anything to do with it.
Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam?
Maybe.
Just keep an eye out for anyone acting suspiciously. Although, today, almost everyone seems to be acting suspiciously.
Yeah, now I'm not too sure about you. How did you predict the murder?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
What's a group reading?
The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
Tell me about the special tarot deck.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Can I see the Mercury Tarot?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
What were you doing last night?
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
And why didn't it
My
work?
prayer that the girl would be safe.
With some regret, he
Okay.
thought back to the day he
Very
volunteered for a top
interesting.
secret project.
Let's talk
and
to
undisclosed.
Lexi next.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa.
Mikasa Usukata! Did you know Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Why are you so nervous? How did you know she was gonna die?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The Happy Squirrel.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil.
So what's the most
The
dangerous
Five
tarot
of
card?
Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
You drew the Five of Swords for Dorota?
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords
Oh,
in
Michael
general are
Myers?
bad.
How well do you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
You think she killed Dorota?
No.
Kind of a little hesitation after that, eh? What were you doing
I
last
was in my
night?
room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
That wasn't the same story that Bronwyn gave, though. Can I see your nails?
No, I mean, yeah. I've already cleaned it off.
Mm-hmm. Why did you come to August?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
You do whatever the cards tell you?
No. Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Job?
I didn't say job. I said job.
No, you said job. A job?
Okay. We make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
I know you're lying.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Million years ago, long before the dawn of the first man.
She was
This
very
was one of the few
fidgety.
things they had been able to ascertain about their mystifying discovery, and the four
let's
scientists
hail a
knew there was
cab.
much more to be done.
No, we can't do anything.
The plan then was to send more probes down the...
Alright, what happens if we visit the chief? Alright, never
14
mind.
days, much
go
to
back to the
Dimitri's
guest
growing
house, I guess.
frustration. At this point, Dimitri started to wonder...
Go back to Browning. Can I see the Mercury Tarot cards?
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sure. But that's not what your buddy said. Your buddy said it gives the
wants to
question
know
any answer.
if you're happy being the person you are now.
Yes.
Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now. I've only had that reading once before.
Leave.
Perhaps it was Dimitri's frustration with the project's slow progress and his
That might
eagerness
have
for
been
a
a bad
breakthrough
idea, huh?
that prompted him to volunteer himself, much to the
Let's
surprise of the others.
see.
I will, he insisted. I'll do it.
Alright, what happens if we go to the room?
Find somewhere safe to transition.
Okay.
You're not a superhero.
Oh, okay, so we can transition into Alright. Alright. Okay, let's go to her.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Alright. And leave.
Dimitri had once again insisted that he be strapped
And
in.
let's go visit
Dimitri...
What's up,
Ronan.
Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Ray. Since when did he start praying?
You think he's lying?
Of course not. This is Rain we're talking about. I was just saying it's odd, that's all. Maybe he's found God?
Okay, leave.
Even in the moon's low gravity, he could feel his
Go
stomach...
talk to Rain.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Dorota was planning on marrying Oscar?
What makes you say that?
Well, nothing. It was just something I thought I saw. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Miscommunication just... The rest was inaudible.
Is he a little...
I'll just tug the rope and you'll pull me back up, Dimitri.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Turned on the small lamp on his helmet.
Makes me
Dimitri
wonder
slowly
if
rotated it on the rope to
she
inspect all sides of the tunnel. Only now did it
did
occur
that
to him
on
how narrow the
purpose.
tunnel really was.
Yeah, let's go
What
visit
is
the
it,
chief.
Taylor?
Why did you hire Sam? Who would want to kill Dorota? Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
Have you met him?
Yes.
Sure.
Miss Taylor, is that a contradiction? It's not what you said in your written statement.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I meant no.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Why did you hire Sam?
Are you doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
Bronwyn thinks you've got it in for her.
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
Why weren't the police protecting Dorota?
In hindsight, that does look like a good idea, doesn't it? We didn't believe you. We still don't.
Why did you hire Sam?
Why? What are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Just
checking.
asking.
I've got my eye on you, Lexi Taylor. Lexi. Rain, are they even your real names?
Why did you hire Sam?
Steps
Yeah,
beneath
let's leave.
him. By the time Dimitri was done with his task, he'd gotten so used to the sound of the scratching pencil that it still lingered in.
Let's go back to our room. Let's shift to...
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Yeah, Bronwyn.
I'm Bronwyn.
Yeah. And then let's go talk to this guy here.
Dimitri started yelling up the shaft.
Rain.
Pull me up!
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it?
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
No, we don't want to say that because then we'll be, like, suspected.
If it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
The whispers were on a wavelength that couldn't be picked up by a
he thinks
microphone,
there's going to be 2
or he
more
was indeed.
victims.
Go on, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Charlie was able to create a rough translation of the word, or rather something that approximated its meaning. Punishment for the wicked or
talk
pure.
to the
Miss
chief.
Castle. I'm surprised to see you here.
I didn't kill Dorota.
You're a prime suspect. And your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a problem with me?
Yeah.
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Kinky.
Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
Wasn't working, and his eyes hadn't yet gotten used to the dark.
That's great.
So he instead listened intently. The whispers had stopped. All he heard now was the
let's talk
Is
to
there
Violet.
something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
Why would I run?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
Even if I'm innocent?
My mind's not made up. I just don't understand why you'd broadcast your victim before you did it.
By crew members returning from their shifts. Is anyone here?
Okay,
he asked and waited. Again, there was no response.
Go to our room. Let's shift into this dude.
Hello, I'm Rain.
And we'll
the
go
breathing
talk
became heavier, but there was no reply. Without knowing what...
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam...
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here.
Love.
What we
did last night.
As far as Sam's concerned, me and Lexi were together and you were praying in your room. It's half true, at least.
Ah, so there is a lie there.
Approached the source of the sound. He reached out his hand, but no one was there. Dimitri was both perplexed and...
Talk to Violet. What? Where's
Like
Violet?
he was going mad. Nothing made sense. He just wanted to leave this nightmare and go home.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about...
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Psychopathic tendencies?
Crime of passion?
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers. And Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe it's just another one of your twisted late-night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Sheffield? Come in, Dr. Sheffield? Dimitri was suddenly startled by the voice in his earpiece. He didn't realise where he was, until he noticed he was suspended.
Visit the chief.
I'm busy. You gonna turn yourself in?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Do I get an achievement for that? Let's do it.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry. A woman is dead. Go play card games somewhere else or whatever the hell it is you do.
He concluded, possibly caused by a gas or an unfamiliar type of radiation. The three scientists all looked at him eagerly as he
Try
climbed
Violet
out.
again. She's still not there.
Anything down there? Dr. Whitfield asked. All we heard was static.
Go back to our room. Let's turn into Violet. Since she's
Hello,
not there.
I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Carefully
Let's
accepting
go
notes.
talk
All writing from the strangers?
Rain.
Mrs. Gallagher. An unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die?
We didn't know she was definitely going to die. Only that she was definitely in danger of dying. Tarot cards can tell you a lot when you know what you're looking for.
Fear. Dr. Remington looked at the others in confusion.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No thanks. Oh.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The murder. My...
I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but... The devil. You're letting yourself be manipulated by someone who isn't good for you. Or maybe it means you're having fantastic sex. You might like playing the victim.
Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's...
Your name's written on the inside cover.
but lacked conviction. It was probably some kind of hallucination, said Dr. Whitfield as he played.
Suck Alexi.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
Let's say yes.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I do that. It only seems to happen when there's a lot of bad energy floating around. Bronwyn says I just stand there and stare. I didn't catch you, not sleeping, did I?
In the darkness.
So it's already showing that
You're listening to radio.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Well, what are you doing here then? You said you'd help me. I just need you to keep an eye on the guests and let me know if you see anything strange. So, if you're here, who's doing that?
Easier, probably. A virus needs contact. Shared air, a passing germ, a gentle touch. But this monster was not that limited.
Okay, so we talked into everybody already. The only person we haven't shifted to is this one here.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
One after another, as easy as walking down the street.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember, Violet?
Nail biting.
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me
grabbing the
to
shoulder.
contradict myself.
How's Bronwyn been?
Fidgety.
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude, you're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
Already have a home for the demon in their heart. Most people do anyway.
A little,
Chief DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
It left a feast on in her world, in her every moment of calm.
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character, if you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No, not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them?
I can do a reading if you want.
Yeah.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Where this sickness was going, as easily as she could see the light at the end.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Has she killed before? Are you prepared to go to jail for her?
Jail? What for? I haven't done anything wrong.
Aiding and abetting a criminal.
I'll aid and abet Bronwyn to the day I die, but she's not a criminal.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
What were you doing last night?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. The scat's on her. Bron can vouch for me.
Yehovah, no longer a burden, no more pain, no more.
Yeah,
But of
let's
course
go see
there
ourselves.
was more. Hill.
Okay. So if we return to Sam and we go talk to these people, will we get new dialogue?
Did for a while, until he wasn't.
Claude, like, why am I being asked all of these questions? What have you said to Sam? Well, that's not the impression I'm getting. No, Claude, you listen to me. We had a deal and you said no questions asked, and a lot of questions are being asked. No, I'm not the killer, so why is everybody asking me all of these questions? Fine. Yes, goodbye, Claude.
Easy. They paraded her face on. Painted the town red with her hair and her blood.
We're all on edge.
Of the audience fed the other demon. Voice and let them spread. A boy this time. Good. They were more.
It is, and that's where it's staying. You don't need to see it, Sam. Violet can get confused at times. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get along fine.
So now you're not gonna let me see her files.
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Okay.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Keep investigating or next chapter. Let me keep investigating
Relentless
first.
waves eroding the people on shore.
See if I can't get something about this gold coin out of people.
Always.
Is it Violet? What were you doing last night?
Strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Have you ever been at Dorota's house?
I've driven by it, never actually been in it.
Poe's Curiosity Shop. So what
Can't
might
say
this be?
anything to her.
Well,
Can't say anything to him.
and from
So
what
we
I
might
can
have to
see,
go to the next chapter.
it's like a alien babies, and then it's wearing a hat, and it's made of stone. They're kind of.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
Skip this?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Alright. Let's just keep investigating our next chapter. It said next chapter.
And Monroe. So Simeon's written in to say...
What do we know?
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
Okay.
I can in fact tell you that a tower does in fact symbolize a quest for understanding.
Understanding?
And climbing stairs can show that you're achieving your goals.
I
Here,
can't
is
say
that
anything to her.
you are striving for success.
So maybe... Maybe I need to shift into somebody again.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn, I'm Bronwyn.
If good things happen to you, then please just embrace them.
Oh,
the
can't
best.
do anything there.
Thank you for your dreams.
Can't do anything there.
Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Can't do anything
Read
there.
by Adam Day. From this height.
Why is it when I went to the next...
Tenzin taught me that the secret was to never hit the ground. There's a blue...
Next chapter.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Okay, so let's try hitting next chapter right here. Next chapter.
I close my eyes as the concrete rises up to embrace me.
Visit Oscar. There
Who
we
are
go.
you?
Shapeshifting Detective. I am Sam. The Shaws hired me to investigate the murder.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a whole day. It's typical of them.
Did you see Dorota yesterday?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5.
Where were you at 9 p.m. last night?
Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
Can you tell me about Dorota's parents?
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
How long were you dating her?
Not long. A couple of months maybe. But we did care for each other.
Was she seeing anyone else?
No. Why?
Curious? She was killed in her bedroom.
Chief DuPont said there was no signs of anything like that.
Is it possible the killer was hiding in Dorota's room?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Must be a big closet.
Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in. Not 4.
Oh, so you know Dorota liked to experiment.
She had a few kinks, nothing weird.
Kinks?
Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you.
What's in the closet?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Maybe she wanted to get married one day.
Anyone use an Oscar Wainwright?
Says he was playing football last night.
That's what he told me too. Not a suspect.
Who's on your suspect list?
Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
What about Dorota's family?
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. You didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
Typically you should. What do we know?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
Right.
Maybe to hang something on?
Guest house.
Like a coat, or
You could do that, but it's good.
Do we get any new dialogue? Yeah. You think Oscar killed him?
I doubt you've ever used one of those. You've never used a mag.
What happened? I asked you a question.
Vicar's son. No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Going on about different faces?
Masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know. Would you, Sam?
Why would someone kill Dorota?
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
Sounds like you know a lot about Dorota.
Not really, just gossip. Apparently she went to have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get himself into trouble one of these days.
Why trouble?
If you keep taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset.
Tell me more about this Zach Weston.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
Oh, look at you. You know where he
At
is?
Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
How do you know that?
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Alright.
The truth is, there was enough food for 2.
Let's see, is
and I
Zach
needed
on
the
our
company.
cab list? Oh,
Between
not
us, we slept in shifts to guard that dumpster and chase the rest of the street off. That spring, we...
Can we ask her anything? Did you know Dorota's boyfriend?
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
Did he tell you anything about Dorota?
He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said.
You could tell me.
Oh, Sam. You know I can't do that. Tarot reader client confidentiality.
No such thing. Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Tell me the truth.
Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true. To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie. Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Night.
At least we're getting
Sam,
more
what can I
dialogue.
do for you? We're trying to save people. I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them. We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Ouija board?
It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help.
Couldn't you use the Ouija board on its own?
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Tell me more about a Ouija board.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota.
How does it work?
This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
Time travel's real?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Where were you before August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Birmingham? Travelers?
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
The keys were
Now you're
still
withholding
in the
information.
ignition. I left my door open as I thought.
Hi Sam, back for more already?
What do you know about Dorota's boyfriend?
No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
What for?
You'd have to ask her or him. It's not my place to say.
Why did you lie about your alibi?
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Well, it depends on why you lied.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was, though. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Tell me about your Ouija board.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
Yeah, let's hear.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars and space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that. We're so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Hooked on every word.
Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
That's deep. Wow.
I know. Mind-blowing.
Tell me about a Traveler.
Traveler? That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Rain told me all about it.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
Feels good.
Cheeky? Are you flirting with me?
Yes.
Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
Where did
That's
it
hilarious.
happen? I looked down at the girl as her chest stopped rising.
We visited
Her eyes didn't
Lexi.
blink, and she no longer gripped my hand. I was gripped.
All right, let's go back to
Your
our room.
ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Oh, well, you can shift to this guy now. Go to him.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Hand. Sir?
Let's go visit Violet.
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Ah, leave.
Sweat drenched my pajamas, and I was safe.
Oh, she's not
My
there.
immediate reaction was to get up and run down to the...
He's not
I was
there.
in such a rush that I let down the last 3 stairs and...
He's not there.
family dog sleeping in the kitchen doorway. I opened the door from the kitchen to the garage.
Oscar? What are you doing here?
I want to help.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why?
Oh, Bronwyn Castle's room.
How?
Look around.
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do I look like vulnerable men? Just do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now.
But my stomach dropped. As I
So
opened
by
the door.
doing that, does that mean that we can get in
It had only been
Bronwyn's
moments
house?
since I'd made
Room?
the call.
I'm in a room, but
No
I
way
can't look
they
around.
made it out
So
to my house
guess not.
that fast. I watched them walk up.
Being him doesn't do anything. So let's go as Bronwyn.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Scream because at that moment, that very moment,
I'm truly sorry about Dorota.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
I didn't see you here last night.
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
I didn't even know the girl. You predicted her murder. Who's more suspicious?
An Asian animal.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
There we go.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading?
You already told us. 8 o'clock. Bron, are you okay?
But when
8
used
o'clock, another
correctly in a
reading.
pair, it's feng shui. Guards,
Alright, let's go back to my room, switch back to Sam, and then go back and talk to homeboy about
I think
Birmingham.
I'd quite like to have a guard against evil.
particular in August at the moment.
Oh, it won't let me. Tell me about the Ouija
It's
board.
Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy.
Energy?
Everything is energy. You, me, that chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract energy, like an electrical current that connects A to B and lights up a bulb.
Every country you've ever had on the show.
Do you remember the queen who was undressing? It's from there, Egypt.
Oh, it's from Egypt.
Lexi. Can we ask her anything? No.
It's more about what you can do. What do you think you might do with a mirror?
If I'm honest, at first, because of the handle, I thought it's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update.
Okay, so we're gonna move to another
Police
chapter.
is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Next chapter.
Yeah, I can't do this show without her.
Visit Zach.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Hey, Zach Weston.
Yes. What do you want?
Working with Chief DuPont.
I already told the police she did all those things of her own accord. I didn't force her to do anything.
Dorota Shaw.
Oh! Dorota Shaw. Sorry. I'm afraid I didn't know her that well.
You photographed Dorota?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
She come here to the studio?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
So you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Was that the only time that you met with Dorota?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
Trying to see if there's some type of abnormality here. Kind of looks like something behind her, like, I don't know. Picture of Dorota?
Nothing else?
Like what?
Just a dead girl who looks alive. That's the power of photography. It preserves us forever like butterflies under a glass.
Did you take any other pictures of Dorota?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Violet told me.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography?
Yes. But we'll ask anyways.
It's all very tasteful. Boudoir photographs are all about leading the eye and letting the imagination do the work. Most photographers mess it up. It's not supposed to resemble a Victorian whorehouse.
Who did Dorota get them for?
She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Would you like to see them?
Nah, there's an achievement for this, and it might be vital to the investigation, so yes. These are going to be graphic.
As you can see, it's all very artistic. Dorota was a natural. She lit up the front of the camera. Want to see the videos?
There's also an achievement for that as well. And again, could be central to the investigation. Be able to uncover the truth. Maybe there's something.
Here they are. Oh, not that one. Ah.
Oh, you got it on your cell phone?
Here you go.
Funny how he has this on his phone. Show me. Warrior.
This is the stuff.
Yeah, it's funny how he has all this on his cellular phone and not like on a business computer, business server. Which makes you think then that he made these videos and put them on his phone for his own personal use. Now that one should kind of look freak out, but I don't know if that was part of the thing. Why was she running away from you?
She's how you say acting?
Was she acting? Where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Working late?
I live here, detective. Long story short, I'm divorced. My wife got the house, my business is all I have left.
Friends with Violet? Yeah.
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
You do you? Oh well.
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
You're sleeping with her.
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Please, Paul. Please.
However, these...
Visit
If
the
you have anything
chief.
else on Zach Weston, let me know.
Oh, yeah, I do have, Zach was taking boudoir photos of Dorota.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then.
Yes, there is. Maybe they were for Oscar, maybe they were for someone else.
Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
Zach was in his studio last night.
But that's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
Mm-hmm. Motive?
I think you're supposed to tell me that. He was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
What do we know?
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, he mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
What do we do now?
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night.
Oh, wait,
Zach
where
says
did
he's
that?
sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us.
Boudoir.
Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, he mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Okay.
From the past. Now, the photo albums, they represent your past, Robin, so forgetting also suggests that you're feeling
Let's do it with
overwhelmed.
Oscar. Can we say anything to him? Do you know Zach Weston?
No. Who's that?
Oh. He took photos of Dorota.
Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
Don't know.
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, if you find out anything like that, I want you to tell me.
Of course.
Thanks, Sam. Don't let me mourn if I shouldn't.
Did Dorota show you her boudoir photos?
What? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
Can I see them?
Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No.
I just want to know if they were the
Madness.
boudoir
Well, I hope so, Robin,
photos.
and thank you for your dreams.
Alright,
You're listening to Radio August.
go back
Dark
to the
Night
guest
with
house.
Poe and Monroe.
Poe and Monroe.
Love. Read by Jessie Cox.
Uh,
She must be early 20s. The white robes barely cover her, soaked in blood. How very traditional, thinks Lung, lighting up another cigarette.
Oh wait, can we shift it? We can. Let's go see Violet.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Yep.
Positions
Go
the
see
lifeless
Violet.
vessel in front of him. Cough. Cough.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what? Is that why you killed her?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
She has hate
you
for
happy
her.
Dorota's?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me. Why'd you think that?
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there.
No, silly. But I saw the photos.
So see...
Her pace quickens.
Violet.
Cough. Coughing more blood. Lung swipes with his sleeves and stands his ground. That you can go back to hell, or wherever it is you came from.
Violet.
Bang, bang, bang! The bullets whip.
Go to our room, because I don't think that being... Zach. Okay, can we go to Violet? And then can we go see Zach?
I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
His head hits the angled stone with such force his eyes bulge. Blood pools behind him and in his mouth.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Did you hear about Dorota?
Came over last night, but
I
you
came
weren't
over
here.
last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity?
Famous for being murdered. That's how she'll be remembered anyway.
Hired? He tried to kill me. I know. As fast as I can. I love you too. Okay. Bye. She puts the phone back, and her hand stops. Shaking. It moves.
Okay, let's return as Sam. Let's go talk to Violet. Oh no, I didn't want to turn into Violet.
I'm Violet.
No, I forgot that that's how I change into people.
I think this one's a little bit clearer than other ones we've had on
Talk about Zach Weston again.
Do we really have to?
He says you're in a he says you're sleeping together.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
Why does he act like it?
He's irresistible to women.
Is he?
No.
Liar. Oh, the hell's this? Where are you? What's that little girl?
I'm going to explain it to you. It's more about what you can do. What do you think you might do with the mirror?
If I'm honest, at first because of the handle, I thought maybe a weapon of combat, but then if I...
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a John somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
It's something you might do your makeup in. Impeccable hairstyle today.
Thank you very much,
as usual.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Think of being somewhere else and you're there.
Should we try it now?
No,
So
I've
we
tried
can't.
it. It doesn't work
Well, let's
for
go
me.
back and talk to Violet. Can we go back and talk to Violet? No, we
Yes,
can't.
I'm
do
just going to
anything.
imagine somewhere else. And...
Okay, so I guess we'll go talk to...
She's gone, listeners. It's amazing.
So let's go talk to Zach again. No.
Only joking, I'm still
Alright, let's go
here.
talk to the chief. What do we know?
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. We're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's not.
Oh, I need a shit. Okay,
He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Okay, I need a ship. I got it now.
What animal do you think it might be?
It's perhaps
me-
a Chinese dragon?
Quite a
Oh, I can't shift into any of those. Wait, I could shift into him.
Hello, I'm Rain.
But I can't shift into either one of the two females.
Originally donated to August Public Library, but later sold to raise funds. The library burned down.
No.
Do you believe it? Wow. They normally come in pairs and have met.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We are literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents die?
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
Easier,
Really?
probably. A virus needs contact.
Alright, so we
Shared
can't...
air, a passing.
Chief.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Don't know if shifting into
After another
Violet
as
is...
easy as walking down the
No, we still can't get in there.
past the bridge, past the nearly empty house.
Yeah, he's not there.
It started with one.
Still can't get in there.
She was young. They usually are. They're easier to infect.
Alright. Thought I tried talking to Rain and it showed me a door.
Sooner or later she would, and there would be a tidal.
Oh no, there we go. So, Birmingham.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its
Yeah.
thing?
We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
Why did the Traveler want 3 victims?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
You know Zach Weston?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention Dorota.
What about her?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
Tell me about the
guess
Travelers.
you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
Why demons?
Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons.
Travelers can inhabit us?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
So do you think the murderer is a traveler?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
I'll take care of my cat. No one will miss me anyway. No one heard her. They never do. All humans don't want to die. But more than that, humans don't want to be in pain. So she succumbed.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another
Alright, so that
August
advances
update.
us to the next
Police
chapter.
investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Poe and Monroe.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
And?
It's the 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
The person on the radio? Is that Dorota? Her eyes are twitching.
Sam, I've arrested Lexi. Don't look at me like that. It's not your decision. I considered locking both of them up, her and Bronwyn, but I've settled for Lexi. Those tarot readers have been in and out of my office all day, asking stupid questions and then denying they've even been here. Locking Lexi up is going to rile Bronwyn. She'll make a mistake, and I want you to be there when it happens. So, what are you doing in my office again? Lexi stays here till we have what we need.
Lying goes a long way after the virus
Philip,
starts.
Vincent Ellis.
You must be Sam.
Yes, I am Sam.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
You know Dorota?
Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks.
How did you meet her?
We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
What happened after the show?
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
You and Dorota were in a relationship?
This is just between us, right?
Of course. Just
We
between
fooled
us.
around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
You have no friends?
Poe and Dorota. People I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants.
No. Do you know Zach Weston?
Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show.
Have you had any private sessions with?
No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing.
So the pictures were for her and not for the boyfriend. You know Dorota had a boyfriend?
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind, but she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Something else?
I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
We think the murderer watched her in the same way.
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
Oscar was playing football last night.
That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
You know why Dorota owns a wedding dress?
It was her mom's. She was saving in case she ever got married.
Any idea who might want to hurt you?
Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up.
Interesting.
What do you think that means, Sam?
Means you're anxious about something.
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine.
I'll protect
That sounds
you.
reassuring. I hope it's not just where it's Sam. You've kind of just asked about Dorota since you got here.
Tell me about Poe.
We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Where do I find him?
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30.
Where were you last night?
On air. We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding.
Alright.
Sam, you forgot your phone.
Did I forget my phone, or were you going through it?
Her mottled face inches from his, her demanding purr drilling into his ribcage through her paws.
Who's it, Oscar? Well, he's not nowhere to be
Rubbed
found.
her cheek.
Who's it, Zach? Did you know Ellis Monroe? Monroe.
Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here.
Have you met her?
Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing.
Anything else?
No, she is my type though. Type of model. I'll ask her about the boudoir shoot again.
Leave.
Something to show him. He hoped it was a mouse or a vole. At least they were always dead. He'd had too many stunned, lopsided sparrows flapping around his kitchen. One robin, several blackbirds, usually down.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Okay, so now we can shift into her.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
So what if we go to see...
Stamp to the head, the tiniest cracking of skull, blood and feathers on the ground. It was kind
Back. He's not there, okay.
It was quiet. The
Oscar? He's not there, okay.
hat flap.
The Chief? He's not there, okay.
All good signs. White fur. What is that?
So
a
can
rat?
she
No, not
visit
a rat.
anybody, Violet? No.
Smaller than a cat. A kitten. Ivan stared at Uni. She circled the kitten.
Oscar, we could turn into Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
But who can he visit?
How? When he returned, the kitten was scrambling at the mat with its front paws, trying to drag itself up. Its back legs lay helplessly on the floor. No.
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her?
Oscar, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. That's not who I am. I go out of my way to help people, to be kind to them.
So were you helping or being kind?
I had feelings for her, Oscar. You should understand that. I'm sorry this is how you had to hear it. But maybe she didn't tell you because she was leaving me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I truly am.
I forgive you.
Want to make it up to me? I forgive
That's
you.
so kind of you. Giving me closure. I have so many loose ends. And not much time.
Leave. And
To
not much
inspect the
time.
darkening towel.
What's that supposed to mean?
Blood trickled along the groove of the floor.
No, we can't see Zach, of
Head
course.
to lap it hungrily. Ivan pushed her away. Not for you, Uni. He just needed a moment. He sat in silence.
Can he visit anybody in here? Violet?
Until Uni stopped pacing and sat.
Brown?
Until the blood slowed and started to dry. and lifted the kitten in both hands. Its floppy body barely...
Wonder if he can go visit Ellis.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Not even she could sleep through Uni's wake-up calls. She was sitting up, cross-legged, thumbing her phone.
Zach, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Good to know. I'm not one of them, though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just, undo a few buttons.
Are you bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont.
Listening to her tearing the kitten's skin.
That guy's a sleazeball.
Thanks, babe, she said, between chews.
We visit Oscar? No.
Said Ivan.
Visit Chief? No.
Anything for you.
Okay.
You're listening to Radio...
So we're back to Max.
Shli Van
Or Sam.
Read by Adam.
Okay, this is new.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name?
My name is Sam.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. You want to know a secret?
Yes.
Violet was taken by aliens in a ship. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Sophia mentioned aliens.
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
Do you think you were abducted?
Do you think you're sitting here now? Perception is reality, Sam.
Have you told anyone else about this?
I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief DuPont. Just Chief DuPont. And now you, apparently.
Do you think you were abducted last night? No, let's just say, do you know Alice Moran?
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
Have you ever met her?
Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. I don't remember now.
You think you were abducted last night?
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
Did anyone else see you last night?
No. Not even the moon.
Chief said you'd tell me about the abduction.
I don't really want to.
Tell me.
About a month ago. The guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. Cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me.
First time?
It's happened 5 times. Even on clozapine. Get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things.
but all the scans were normal.
Do you actually disappear?
As far as I know, I've gone.
Really need details about the abduction.
It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads, all prisoners, being experimented on.
Experimented on?
They rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness, and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts, bruises, memories.
No more pain.
That's
no more.
interesting.
Sam, listen to me. I don't care about Dorota or the Travelers or the devil himself. Talk to the chief and get Lexi out, because I'm not answering any more questions until I know she's okay.
Before the pills tore apart her liver, the doctors, the ones who cared.
How could you let Chief DuPont do that? I'm not talking to you until you get this fixed. Bronwyn was on Tarotasm, Sam. Just like she was an hour ago, and they record everything, so her alibi should be without question. She was just lying to protect Lexi. She's maternal like that.
Again, rewrote the note, redid the demon's ritual, just different enough to work this time. The virus ready to spread. The blood-stained...
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Chief, you can't just lock people up because of your suspicions.
Why?
Someone else is the murderer.
I'm assuming that's just a gut feeling. If you actually knew who the murderer was, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Look, I see you're starting to care for these people already, but Violet's been watching them like a hawk. If you can convince her, you convince me.
Violet's talking about aliens.
What do you know about it?
Everything. She thinks they're real.
She thinks she was abducted. Obviously, it's all fiction.
Alright, what do we know?
We've got a new target. Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told her where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call centre system called Tarotasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Yeah, I already figured out the wedding dress thing. This, her mom's...
and drowned with him.
So can I visit Oscar? No, Oscar's not there.
They didn't make it as easy with that boy.
Zach. Can't do
Ready
anything
too
with
late.
Zach. Ellis. Can't do anything
It was
with
knocked to the
Ellis.
dirt. The next was another boy, slight for his age, light enough to not snap the tree branch or his trachea. The note they found in his room led them down the street, past the bridge, past the empty house.
Violet. If we go... I think I already tried that though. Maybe I... Okay.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
See who I could talk to.
You're listening.
Claude.
No, can't say anything.
Night with Poe and Munro.
Chief, what a surprise to see you. Again.
Why didn't you tell me Ellis was next?
I told you Dorota was first. And that didn't turn out very well, did it? Let's hope Sam does a better job than you did.
And body as the bitter east wind blew litter around his spindly legs. He
Mine's not there.
on his fingers, then resumed his painful progress. From the doorway of the boarded-up shop across the street, two young...
Chief, I wanted to ask you something.
Is it about the boudoir photos?
What did you want to ask?
Am I still a suspect?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I was playing football, and there was loads of witnesses. How?
Everyone is a suspect.
It's ridiculous.
Is it about the boudoir photos?
Yeah. So it's true then?
I haven't seen them. I'm sorry.
Just in shock. All the time. How could she be so different? I just can't process it all.
Death, and if I tried to stay awake, I slipped into a...
Chief DuPont. Thanks for calling in.
I'm just checking.
At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that safe?
Have I ever let you down?
What's really...
That you're just saying you're doing things when you're not actually doing anything. What's the plan, Chief DuPont? How do we stop this from happening? How do we stop me from dying?
Leave.
I suspect I survived because the beast wasn't ready to relinquish its host.
Okay,
I spent 7 weeks at a mental institution trying to rebuild my life, to find a way to live with the...
else as the chief.
Hello.
Let's go as Rain.
I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Let's go talk to...
They sent me back into the world.
Bowen?
With a letter for my physician and...
Yeah.
What is it, Ray?
I have a plan.
You do? Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with us.
With our track record. If she gets killed anywhere near us, we'll be sent to jail, whether we did it or not.
That's cold.
I'm just being practical. Ellis's fate is in our hands. Ours isn't.
Okay.
The gates of madness open.
Who is Sophia?
Who's Sophia?
You saw her, did you? She's my goddaughter, at that age where she overshares.
Is she a ghost?
What makes you say that, Rain? Is there something about her aura?
Out into the rain.
Hmm.
The Pentonville Road beckons, and I lose myself in the dingy side streets. It's lit.
Alright. Let's use her and go talk to Rain and see what happens.
I'm Bronwyn.
Me with spray from the puddles in the road. I weave and stumble a bit. Just a bloke who's had a skinful in his...
I hope Lexi gets released soon. What a day. Ellis Munro, then. Looks like our traveller likes redheads.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Well, what then? Just young women in general? No. I think it's definitely looking for redheads.
I slow down, give an innocent passerby the chance to save himself. The footsteps slow. Within me,
Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Get out now before I call the police.
Oh, wow. Well, don't go there.
I sense he has slipped into the dark of a doorway. The distraction resumes.
Interesting that we were able to
He
go
thinks he
see
is
her.
stalking me, but I have a greater need of a quiet corner than he. From the clatter of the footsteps, there is only one person following me. That is good. I don't know.
Ask. Let me ask her, but I don't think we were able to do anything.
I'm Oscar.
I think we already
Is
did.
there anything
Oscar.
else I can do?
Yeah, we already did. Gotta be to advance this. I'm not sure.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Violet. Yeah. No, not the chief. We needed to be Violet.
Hi,
Go to the chief.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
You need to be Violet and go see the chief to
Hello,
release Lexi.
I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Relationships
Because
are founded
they
on
said
this
they're
rock.
not talking
You
until
won't let
Lexi
anyone
gets
get close
released.
to you is a phrase I've.
Violet, if this is about releasing people from prison, the answer is no. I'm going to need hard evidence for that to happen. Now, go! Back to the guest house?
Twice in
Okay,
6
so that's
weeks.
not gonna work.
I usually.
Oh, we can't see
Holidays
Ellis.
are out. I dare not be anywhere.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of Dorota.
I don't want to see pictures of your conquests.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl holding a cello.
You don't see any movement. Just Dorota.
Interesting.
Amongst all mankind, and if I am, then why me? True innocents have been fed to the beast, though that first time was pretty close. But everyone since has put themselves in my path. But at least I tell myself the Slayer only takes. I find a good spot. The entrance to.
I'm not sure who to, not sure where to go from here.
Voice is higher pitched than I expected.
Chief locked up Lexi and forced Barron to confess, but Barron has an alibi.
And you're sure it was her?
Yeah, her voice is recorded.
Then it couldn't be her, could it? You want me to tell Claude, don't you? Sorry, I mean Chief DuPont. Fine, I'll call him.
Okay.
Fuck you! Give me the money! He
Wow.
pulls out the knife from inside his jacket. 8 inches.
Alright, so
Big
we
enough to
did
skewer an
that.
elephant. And
So
I'm
can we
really
talk to... No, we can't talk to them
a
now.
threat.
Really?
I relax and open air come through.
Oh, he just shakes his head at me. Alright,
Ringside
so let's
seats has the Terminator
go see
or
the
Bruce.
chief. About falsely imprisoning people.
Fine. Let me do the paperwork. I'm starting to regret hiring you.
Yeah,
Maybe we
whatever.
should concentrate on something else.
What do we know?
We've got a new target. Ellis Monroe. Ellis said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call centre system called Taratasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Yeah.
We've got a new target. Ellis Monroe.
Hit the button.
Ellis said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn was logged into a call centre system called Taratasm. I heard the recordings from last night. It's her voice. So as much as it pains me to say it, Bronwyn isn't a suspect. But Lexi and Rain still are. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Safe home at last. A one-bedroom flat in the most anonymous block I could find. I relaxed in a warm bath and feel the satiated.
No. Oscar's not there.
Everything must be put in order. The clothes I wore are bagged and ready for disposal. I'll take them to the dump tomorrow first thing. Then I'll need to trawl through. Because there will be a next time.
Tell me about Alice Monroe.
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though.
What's the connection between Ellis and Dorota?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
They both know the killer? They're both redheads.
Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead.
Ben said you knew about the rights.
A little bit. What did you want to know?
What's a right?
A right can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
Coming of age?
Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it?
Why were there 3 victims before?
3 is a powerful number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel.
Dorota had a coin in her mouth. Part of the right?
Was it a gold coin?
Yes.
I should have known. That's the same as Birmingham. Although they beheaded the victims, they all had gold coins in their mouths. It's their way of marking their territory to prove it's their work.
You know Zach Weston?
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Yes.
Chariot. Is Zach a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it?
Actually, it is a little bit. Need your help.
Yes, of course. Anything.
Keep an eye on Violet.
Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you?
What I need to
Leave
know.
it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
Leave.
Until it wasn't. Altering its form like camouflage.
You know Alice Monroe?
I know the name. She's off the radio. Hard to get away from it in this town.
Tell me more about Birmingham.
In Birmingham, it was a man called Uri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
What happened to Uri?
The butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveler.
Leave.
A cold, dark tunnel, and at the bottom a mirage.
Sam, thanks for breaking me out. You're my hero. I want to do something for you in return. Tell me what I can do to help.
You really want to help?
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do.
Okay, I have a few options. Find out which came from the Ouija board. Find out which came from Zach Weston.
Who's that?
He's a photographer
Is he a
in town.
suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
Float. Since human beings don't float, except in water, and its disguise would be less uncertain.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Next chapter.
Real phantasm of nightmares, fraying at the edges.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
Are you and Monroe close?
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
Are you romantically involved with her?
Heavens no. I have a wife and 3 children, beloved spawn of my loins. Monroe and I are good friends, that's all.
Anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe, that was her idea.
Poe and Monroe?
Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
What's the Free Radio Project?
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctors' surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
How can she afford free radios?
I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course.
You know Dorota Shaw?
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger?
Tarot reading predicted it.
Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
What gentleman?
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it.
Tell me about August.
You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
No. Tell me more.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
What really happened?
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one.
Go on.
They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in.
So everyone in August is descended from pirates. Where's the mass grave?
No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet.
Hey.
On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
Like a deep-sea fish dangling its lure. The bag lady appeared and changed forms, and the screams lasted just a moment, maybe a fraction of a second, before George was gone. Then the bag lady floated there, silent and saddened, while I watched from the crack of the closet. I always watch from inside the closet.
Oh, okay, we've already... Oh, wait, let's visit Violet.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach.
Oh, really? Okay. You know John Pope?
No.
From Poe and Monroe on the radio?
Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though.
Really? He didn't deliver a free radio, too?
Are you mocking me, Sam? No, I have never met the man.
Well, it says she gave you a free radio.
Yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place.
Remember anything else?
Not really. I expected her to be blonde for some reason.
Have you seen Zach lately?
No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up. Yes.
Important news.
If he ever shows up.
Leave.
Gene pattern was unstable or some such bullshit. Sent down to the vault for further military advice.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
him. How the hell she managed that, I have no...
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio. You
were at Dorota's.
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put two and two together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You were spying on me.
I followed you there, then back to the studio. You lied to the police. You lied to me. I'm done with you. We're finished. Don't come back here again.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Dimitri's
What if I turn into Violet
Hello, I'm Violet.
and I go to Zach?
I'm Violet.
He's so far away from home. With some regret, he thought back to the day he volunteered for a top-secret project.
I followed you to Dorota's last night.
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
You killed Dorota.
I absolutely did not.
Then what?
She texted me to come over. Then she asked me to watch her play with herself from a distance. She likes people to watch, didn't you know? It's probably best if we didn't see each other for a while. You know where the door is.
He even started to avoid mirrors, in fear of catching a glimpse of himself. A pale, gaunt carcass of a man, more akin to a...
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably won't work.
But the work kept him going. It had to.
Okay.
Dimitri kept reminding the others, and himself, that they were writing history here. When he and the other scientists first arrived here,
Zach said you were at Dorota's last night.
He didn't. He was the one in her bedroom last night. I never made it that far. I just followed him to her house.
Why were you following Zach?
I wrongly assumed we were in a relationship. I thought that he was cheating on me. Which he was. I saw him leave Dorota's and I followed him straight after. I don't know if anyone else was there.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
Because I was protecting Zach. This looks bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At them,
It looks
for the first
very
time
bad.
noticed their hollow cheeks and the dark circles under their eyes. It seemed the moon had taken its toll on Earth's best and brightest.
Oh, I can't visit Zach.
As they waited for the elevator to reach the bottom, they went through their schedule for the day, which centered around their latest...
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
What have you got, Rain?
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record.
What do you do?
He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
When was
About
this?
3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you.
So you want me to ask him?
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update.
Oh, next
Investigations
chapter.
deepen
Sweet.
into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Next chapter.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens will be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe?
Send an officer to
I'll
her
send
house.
Danny over. And that means there'll be nobody at the guest house. So be extra vigilant.
What do you mean you're sticking me with Danny?
What's wrong with
Danny
Danny?
is basically Dewey on a screen. I'm a sitting duck. Isn't there anyone else?
Chief DuPont.
Chief DuPont? The only thing I've ever seen him run after is an ice cream truck. Fine. Danny it is. I just hope you know what you're doing.
So do I. With a statement like that. Uh-oh. Did I just get her killed? Did I just get her
Hell, are
killed?
you on the road? Come up to the station now. Danny's disappeared and Ellis is dead.
Damn it.
She's been strangled, Sam. How the hell did we let that happen? I guess you tried. She had the same gold coin in her mouth. Looks like we've definitely got a serial killer now.
It's 11 o'clock. My good friend and co-host Alice Monroe has died.
Then
Her
again,
life was ended a short while ago by, we think, the same person who murdered Dorota Shaw. I know that you are shocked and devastated and heartbroken by this news, as am I.
Alright, let's think
There is
here.
nothing more I can say. I hope you will join me now in a minute's silence to remember Alice Monroe.
We weren't able to go speak to Zach. Zach knew about... Are we counting? Counting for? I don't know why we're counting. Okay, that's Ellis. Okay, but we knew Zach. Zach wasn't there. We couldn't talk to him. Next chapter.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you.
I'm the next target?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
Why me?
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
Who do you think, Chief? No. I think I know who it is.
Fine.
Violet.
Are you sure? Fine. Okay, I trust you, Sam. I just hope you know what you're doing. I'll get the paperwork drawn up. We'll get Violet in. See if we can't get a confession to something.
I do think it was Violet. I could be wrong, but she was very upset with Zach. And Zach, because Zach had a thing with Doda, but Doda had a thing with...
Sorry, that was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
Dude, you're...
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Next chapter. So did I live or die?
Sam, you're still with us.
Why is this guy holding a knife?
I had to give you a pretty high dose of Rohypnol to drag you in here.
The fuck?
I could have killed you in your room, of course, but that would have looked pretty suspicious.
Are you Rain?
Yes, I'm Rain, but I can't remember. I don't remember. I'm being possessed, but I can't get caught. They don't care, Sam. They don't care what happens to the vessel. Some sick traveler is using me as a killing machine, and then they'll just dump me. But you're gonna get me stuck in prison. I can't have that. I can't let you do that.
Change into Rain or change into Ronan? Change into Rain.
Sam, Rain? You changed into me. Interesting. Either you're a shapeshifter and you've been playing us all along, or you're the traveler, using Sam as a vessel right now, using some freaky trans-dimensional powers. And I think it's the latter. Goodbye, Sam.
Maybe I should have went as Bowman.
Thank you for observing that minute's silence. August has lost many good people in the last few days. Dorota Shaw, Violet Gallagher, and our very own Alice Munro. In a police statement released this morning, Chief DuPont has asked people to seek safety in company and remain vigilant. The most recent body, found with multiple stab wounds, is still being examined by August's coroner. They're unable to confirm the identity or even species of the victim at this time. The killer remains at large.
Big Sleep. Thank you for playing. Wow, this is a very interesting game.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
True that. Well, this has been a very interesting game, and I can see that for me to complete it and find out who the true killer is, I'd have to play through this a couple times, making different choices and stuff like that. But I kind of understand the investigation bits of it now a little bit better too. But I don't know if Rain is truly the killer. I'm wondering if the way you play it and who you lock up could change who the killer might actually be. Because maybe there is actually some type of supernatural... I mean, come on, we're a shapeshifter. So maybe there is this so-called traveler that is possessing a specific person to do these killings. And as much as it pointed towards Zach and Violet, it appears that it was not neither one of them. But then again, like I said, depending on all the investigational clues that you get, maybe it's different. So, but anyways, see, there's like a scene with her holding a gun. We didn't see that. And here's a scene with him without holding a knife. So they said there are over 1,600 different scenes in this game. I'm definitely gonna play it some more so that I can try to figure out who the actual killer is and stuff like that. But I recommend this game, definitely. If you guys are into murder mysteries and stuff like that, this is definitely a game for you. The Shapeshifting Detective. So with that, I want to thank you all very much for watching this video. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I make all different kinds of content. I play all different kinds of games, videos, tips, trick, tutorial, whatever you want, how to do stuff if you don't know how. If there's anything you guys would like to see me play or something you want me to make a video on, leave it down in the comments, and I will definitely take a look into it, and we'll do a video or a live stream. So until then, everybody, as always, have a great day, a wonderful afternoon, and a peaceful evening, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.